Often pet owners are faced with a difficult problem. Owners need to go somewhere for a short or longer period of time, and there is no one to leave the pet with. Not everyone has relatives or trusted friends who are willing to take their pets with them. Shelters, what they are and what they are like. In such cases, a temporary shelter is an excellent solution. There are two types, private and hotel-based. In the first case, a normal person, sitter or nanny, takes care of your pet and takes it directly into their home. The pet often moves freely around the apartment and can come into contact with the sitter's animals, if any. In the second case, the pet will live in a specially equipped hotel, under the supervision of staff members or even veterinarians. In a pet hotel, the animals usually live in an aviary or a spacious cage with all the necessities. If a dog is in the kennel, the hotel staff will take it for as long as the pet owner wishes. Animals that have lost their owners completely may also be placed in a long-term private care facility. Shelters are often overcrowded, so volunteers resort to the help of sitters. Such help can be either free of charge or paid for. Usually, in the second case, money is given only for obligatory needs, food, filler, a minimum set of toys, and so on. The main difficulty in rehoming is choosing a trustworthy dog sitter or shelter. Surveys on the internet and recommendations from friends should be taken into consideration. Veterinary surgeries may be able to help, as they often have a list of good pet sitters or pet hotels. Of course, there are pros and cons to this choice of temporary accommodation for a pet. Let's look at both sides. Pros. There will be a person close to your pet. This is more of an issue for pet carers. You can choose a sitter who stays at home most of the time if your pet is not used to being alone, for example. If the dog or cat is nervous about even the presence of other congeners, you can choose a sitter without your pets. The pet sitter will follow all your recommendations. You can, and should, give all the necessary information before the sitter: feeding and walking schedule, list of favorite games, behavior, health issues, and so on. If, for example, the pet needs medication or injections, this may require additional skills and knowledge of the sitter. Therefore, absolutely all nuances should be discussed at the introduction stage. The home environment. This also applies to private rehousing. A pet will be under stress during a move, and it's best to ensure that the conditions are similar to what they're used to. You can also give him his bed or tell him that he likes to rest on, say, the sofa, so that the sitter doesn't chase him away thinking it's a sign of fright. Timely observation and prompt assistance. All pet sitters are committed to helping their charges. It is always agreed that if an animal becomes ill, the pet sitter will provide first aid and take it to the veterinarian. All costs will then be reimbursed by the pet owner, which should also be specified in the contract if one is drawn up. If the animal has permanent health problems, it's best to choose a pet sitter with a veterinary degree or at least basic first aid training. Your pet will be accounted for 24 hours a day. All performers promise to be in touch with the owner 24/7. The owner will usually leave an additional phone number for emergencies. After all, he is not always able to answer the call promptly, and the situation may not tolerate any delay. Additionally, sitters can send pictures or videos of the pet, for example from walks or while feeding. Cons. The journey to the rehome. Pets are not always accustomed to moving. For example, cats sometimes never leave their homes. Therefore, if the sitter is far away from home, the pet may experience stress on the road, in a car, on the bus, or on a long walk. To avoid this, the vets often recommend using mild sedatives. However, these must always be taken strictly on the advice of the vet. Stress from a new person and a new environment. Animals react differently to new circumstances. Well-bred dogs are often more tolerant of anything new, but cats are usually up to the challenge. New smells, terrain, and people can lead to various manifestations of fear, aggression, rapid breathing, and stupor. An animal may hide in a hiding place and not come out for a long time. Experienced sitters should always monitor the situation, be in touch with the owner and follow their experience and advice. Unscrupulous sitters and pet owners. This is the biggest disadvantage and fear for pet owners. You never know for sure if the pet will be safe and will not be abandoned by its owner at the shelter. As we said, only reviews and references can help here. Additionally, it is always better to check the documents, draw up a contract or use agents who are responsible for the animal and who check the owners. Such companies often provide training for the sitters as well, which increases their credibility. Limited space for your pet. This is more of a disadvantage in the case of pet shelters where pets spend time in cages or aviaries. However, private pet sitters sometimes limit their movements to the same cage or the space of one room. If the pet is used to roaming freely in its home environment, this restriction can cause great stress. Conclusion. From all of the above, we can conclude that rehoming an animal is not a bad solution when the owners are away. The main thing is to follow a few rules. Choose the location carefully. Make a contract with the service provider and detail all rights and responsibilities of both parties. In addition, it is best to check, or even make copies of, the pet sitter's passports in case of emergencies. Give your pet sitter all the necessary belongings such as food, litter box, and so on. Notify him or her of any illnesses or peculiarities of the pet so that he or she can provide the necessary assistance. Ask them to send you regular pictures and videos of your pet in real time so you can have peace of mind about your pet. If all these rules are followed, the rehoming should be a success. In this case, both the owner and the pet will be happy. Let us know what you decide in the comments below. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Otherwise, have a great day. Thanks for watching.